Hello class. This is David Liu, your math 1130 elementary stats online instructor here. This video is going over your class syllabus here. I do have an updated class syllabus with the new test dates and the new enrollments, the new registration to your to the MyStatLab. So I will go over the class syllabus today, and also some information in the D2L, and also how you register to MyStatLab here. So please do watch the videos, and if you have any questions, do ask me back. So here is the information here. So we start today's class here with the syllabus here. So this is a Math 1130 Elementary Stats online for fall 2022. My name is David Liu. There are two ways for you to communicate with me. One is through phone and one is through email. I do want to point out to you is make sure that you give your name out if you call or email me. Do tell me what class you're in. I do teach two elementary stats class this semester. One is online, which is this class, and one is a face-to-face. So you just mentioned that you are in the online class, so I know who you are. If you do want to come and see me during my office hours or during, at any time, I'll be in my office in CLA 203. My office hours is 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, or by appointment. So if you have any questions and you got in college or in a college that around 3 to 6 from on Monday and Wednesday time, do come by and talk to me. Okay. This class we talk over about some important informations like how we collect data, how do we find the measures of central tendency and variation like the mean, median, mode, and then we talk about the regression analysis. It's just a linear regression, and then we do about probabilities here, and then the last two topics we talk about is the inference statistics, where we talk about the confidence interval and hypothesis testing here. So these are the objectives that we are going over. Okay. The textbook that we're using here is an elementary stats textbook by Founding Edition by Triola. It does, when you purchase this through the bookstore, it comes with an access code. So make sure you the access code is required for you to register to the MyStatLab. So also beside on the MyStatLab, it also has Stack Contribute on it, which is the statistical software that we'll be using in this class. You also require a calculator for this class, especially during test time. Any kind of calculator will work. The only calculator that is not allowed during test time is your cell phone calculators. So make sure you have a calculator, especially during test time. Okay. The rest of them is prereq, so go ahead and read the prerequisite for this class. For the grading for this class, we only have 3 components here. Your midterm, which is a 40%, your final is a 40%, and your homework is 20%. The homework here means it's your online homework. The grading scales for this class is ABCDF. It's pretty standard here. So as the same as the rest of the classes here. Class meetings, since this class is an online class, I will be posted videos. I would highly recommend you to watch the videos. Some videos are created by me through Zoom, or either the Zoom from the previous class or the Zoom that I created right now, and some of them are from the YouTube. So if you do have any questions, please do email me. My office hours from 3 to 6 o'clock every Monday and Wednesday. If you can meet me one-to-one in my office in CLA 203, that'd be perfect. Otherwise, I can also meet you guys via Zoom. Again, make sure you email me when are you free so we can set up the Zoom. Then I can email you the link. Okay. I do have my schedule at the back of the syllabus, so please check it out, which I can show to you right now. So if I go all the way back to the syllabus, you will see that this is my schedule for this semester. So you notice that I'm quite busy on Monday, Wednesday, but my Tuesday, Thursday is quite open. So if you have any time that you're available, if you want to meet with me via Zoom, please tell me what day and what time you're free, and you can look at my schedule here. I can tell you, if I'm free or not. And I do want to tell you that sometimes I am busy on Tuesday or Thursday. I do have appointments and stuff like that's going on, since my Monday, Wednesday is pretty full. So just want to point out to you. So just email me if you need to make an appointment regarding with office hours. Okay. Tests and finals. So this is something that I will point out to you, that all your tests, which is 2 tests, midterms and finals, will be on campus, and there will be 40% each for your final grade. So this is a big point here. Your test will be graded by the amount of work that you've shown. So that means please don't give me your final answers here. The only time that you give me your final answers is when you do your multiple choice question, which I will tell you in details after this. You have to use a calculator because, as I mentioned, any kind of calculators except for your cell phone calculators, and StatCrunch has to be used in this test time. So please get used to or get familiarized with StatCrunch. I will be going through some StatCrunch work with you guys. It is a very helpful statistical software that we're using here. So the reason why is because we are going over some huge data, like 500 data, 400 data. You are not going to use a calculator to find the mean of these 400 data. You can, but it will take you forever. The StatCrunch will do it for you, like just a few snaps, and just a few, then you will get your answers. So please, I will ask you to use StatCrunch. If you are familiar with other statistical software, so please email me so I know what software you're using, so that I also familiar with it. So if you're using Excel or R or Python, let me know about it. Okay. What is your test looks like? Your midterms and your finals usually have 10 multiple choice question and only 1 correct answers for each multiple choice question. So do not circle 2 answers, only A, B, C, D, E is only 1. And they're only 1 point each. Now, this part is where you do not need to show me any of your work, okay? Then there will be 4 to 5 open-ended questions where you must show the work here. This is where you show the work here to receive the full credit. So as a teacher, I really highly recommend you to start on this 4 to 5 open-ended question first, because that contribute the most points to your test. I think this is going to give you like 40 to 50 points for the open-ended. So 10 points for the multiple choice and for around 40 points in the 40, 50 in your open-ended. So the test is mostly 50, 60 points. So that's why I recommend you to start on this page first. And then the multiple choice, you can always come back. If you're running out of time, you can just circle all A's or all B's. At least there will be some of the questions. At least you get some correct in that case. Unless, except for multiple choice, you cannot circle your answers. You have to answer them. So, and they give you the most point. So that's why I highly recommend you to start on this part first. There'll be no retake, no redo, no late test, and no extra credit given the test. However, this is an online class, so I need to be flexible to you guys. So I will tell you what's going on with if you need to retake, or you need not retake, you need to set up another time or day if you cannot come during these times. So here is the midterms informations. Your midterms only cover chapter 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. It is a 1.5 hours long. There are 2 days here. Monday, October 17 in CLA 133, 11 o'clock to 12:30 p.m. or Tuesday, October 18 in CBT 159, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. I want to point out to you that these are it is a computer lab, so that means you are required to use computers. Means StatCrunch is a software. So if you do not want to use a computer in the classroom, then bring your laptop. Okay. I also want to point out that the Monday class that you see here, which is on October 17th, CLA 133, this is actually my other stats class is having a test. And I do have a few rooms in there. So if I can accommodate 5 to 10 students in there. So if you want to come during this Monday class, please let me know. So I can accommodate up to 10 students in here. Okay. Otherwise, the Tuesday class is open for everyone. Okay. And then your finals only cover chapter 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's a 2 hours long finals, means your finals do not cover from the first chapter all the way to the last chapter. So it's only cover the last 4 chapters here. Your finals will be on Monday, December 12th in CLA 133 from 10:15 to 12:15, or Tuesday, December 13th in CBT 159, 6 to 8 p.m. Again, the Monday class that you see here, which is the December 12th one, is going to be having the same class time, final time with my face-to-face elementary stats class. So what I will, again, I can accommodate up to 5 or 10 students in that case. So if you want to take this Monday test time, please email me so I can accommodate you. Otherwise, you do it on Tuesday. So that is also another thing, is that if you cannot make it to these times that is posted here, both your midterms and your finals, please email me as soon as you can, because I will put you in the testing center and you will take the test in the testing center. And usually it's going to be around this time. Either it's October 17, October 18, or October 19 for the midterms, or December 12 or December 13 and December 14 for the final. So it's going to be around this time. So I cannot put you 1 week after this time. So you say, can I take the midterms on the next week, October 25th or October 24th? The answer is no. But if you want to take it earlier, which is like October, like a week earlier than this, yes, you can. Okay, so you can always take the test earlier, or you can take the test on the day that is posted here, or maybe a day plus minus 1 day after that, but not a week after that. Okay, just want to be clear to you guys. Okay. So please email me if you have any questions. Okay. Next is your online homework. So the online homework is go to MyStatLab. So to access to MyStatLab, you have to go to D2L, which I will show it to you later on here. All your online homework is due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. There will be no online homework due tomorrow, this coming Wednesday, because we haven't started the class yet. So the first online homework is due for you guys will be next Wednesday. So it will be cover chapter 1. So it's 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. So this is something I will give everyone students as an extra credit. I will drop 2 of the lowest online homework score for you guys. So so that is kind of like extra freebies. So if you need help, if you didn't do your homework or you have scored the low online homework score, 2 of them will be dropped. This is done by D2L, and your online homework is 20% of your grade. Now, some students ask me about extension of your homework. I will provide extension. I just want to tell you that I only will provide 2 extensions per student. So if you miss my homework due date on Wednesday, and if you need extension, I can go up to 2 of them, and I will record your name down for the extensions so that I know that you already used those 2 freebies or 2 extensions. Okay, so how do you ask for extensions? Email me, and when you email the extensions, also tell me when you want the extensions, the homework due. When do you want to extend to? Okay, don't say I need extension. Then I will email you back. Was like, when do you want me to extend this till? Okay, so make sure you say I want extension till next week, Wednesday or something else. Give me a time, give me a date, and I will extend it for you. Okay, so how do you get into your online homework? There are 2 ways you can get it. For those who purchase the access code from the bookstore and is linked to your D2L, please watch this video that I just created today. Otherwise, if you purchase access code using your credit card, it means it's not, you didn't buy it through your bookstore, didn't use your financial aid, then follow the step-by-step procedure here, which I will show it to you also later on. It's very similar to both of them. The only difference here is the access code, you do need to go into a special place called to get your access code, then you copy and paste it over there. But those who are buying the access code from using a credit card, then you actually have to enter your credit card information. It's just a little bit different here. You still need to have a Pearson account here. So no matter which one you do. So if you do have a Pearson account, please log in and that, you can use it. Otherwise, you have to sign up to a new account. Okay. The computer software that we're using in this case is StatCrunch. Those students who took stats before, this class is a very little formula. So that means we don't use a lot of formulas. all your formulas is actually being done by this StatCrunch website here. And it is actually provided you by, if you have the MyStatLab. So it's free if you get the access code. Otherwise, it's going to be cost you around $20 a month to use it. But since you have the access code, it should be free for all students. So this StatCrunch is a very strong, powerful statistical software that it will analyze results, and it will actually help you a lot, especially you don't need to memorize all these horrible formulas. So make sure you use this computer software during class, when you do your homework, and especially in your test. Yeah, in the test, I will ask you for that, and I will give you some examples coming up here. Students who have accommodations, students who have disability, please get the accommodations through access services. This is one of the most important things that you need to have. Then I will set up with test times and extensions and so on. So if you have, please go to access services for that. The rest is pretty much go read through it. Pretty much, some students ask me how long do you need to spend in my class. I will say 3 hours a week on top of what is going on here. That means on top of all this watching the videos and YouTubes and everything. So you have to do 3 hours of homework. That's what I'm talking about. So 3 hours on top of the class meeting here, that you have to do your homework, study if you study for your final, for your test. So it needs you around 3 hours a week, not a day, but 3 hours a week to do your homework. Your homework is roughly around 30 minutes per section for the beginning easy part. And when you slowly progressive to the more difficult and the last few chapters there, it will take you around 1 hour to 1.5 hours to do one section of work. So usually you get 2 sections of homework due a week. So I will roughly think about 2 to 3 hours a week that you have to spend in this class. Okay. Next is the class scheduling. So I wish you guys following the class scheduling. So that means that the first week, make sure you start working on your first homework, and this first chapter homework will be due on the next week, week number 2 on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And then week 2 homeworks, which is 2.1 and 2.2, will be due on the week 3 on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. and so on, so on. So you find out sometimes it's 3 sections, sometimes it's 2 sections, sometimes it's 1 section. Again, the 3 sections is due because it's easy, so I give you a bit more. And if it's 2 or 1, 1 section is mostly because of holidays. Okay, like Labor Day weekend is on week 3, so that's why you only have 1 homework due. So what you need to know here is on week 9, which is your midterm, which will be in October 17 or October 18 on this time. So again, I just want to remind you guys, set this one, please put this in your calendar, put it in your cell phone to remind yourself you have a test on this day with me. This is very important. I will remind you guys again on week 7, week 8 that you have a test on week 9. Same thing happens on your finals here. Your finals will be on week 17. I will remind you guys in week 15 or week 16 that you have a finals with me here. So please check your email regularly, especially with mine, so you will see what I'm sending to you. The next thing is, these are all the important days that we do not have class here. The only time that we kind of have class is the November 1st, which is a pathway day. We have no class, but the school is open. What is this pathway day? This day is where we will support, or we help students to guide to the correct pathway that students need. So if you are in a biology major, you doesn't know how much math what you need, or how much work you need, or what kind of job you have. So this day is a special day created by us, so to help you, to guide you to the correct pathway, what math classes you need to take. There are internships, there are options. You can talk to the teachers, biology teachers, they can recommend you what university that you're going to, what kind of jobs they have. There are internships and stuff like that. So that day is a really big day. So on that November 1st Tuesday, I always, if you do come to the pathway, it does have some seminars and some work workshops and stuff like that. So if you do come on those days and you did sign up, I will give you extra credit for it. And I do have a workshop on that day. So if you do come in, I usually know, I don't know who you are because you're online. Please do sign up. And when you sign up, please make sure you mention again your name and what class you're in, Math 1130 online. The online is a very important word. The rest of the time is no class until the Monday, the November 28th. That is the last day to withdraw the class. So if you're not doing well in this class, if you want to withdraw so that it won't affect your grade and your GPA, that is the last day to withdraw. So otherwise you get the grade that you earn in the class. So, but before you withdraw on the 28th, make sure you talk to your advisor due to some maybe your financial aid requirements or some your probation or something else like that. So I will recommend you to check with your advisor before you withdraw. So this is the last thing to withdraw. And the last thing we talk about here is your fall schedule. This is my fall schedule here. So again, I'm pretty full on Monday and Wednesday. I do have office hours on Monday and Wednesday on 3 to 6. My Tuesday is quite open. And my Thursday, I only got one class. So again, email me if you need help here. Okay, I am trying to teach you guys. I'm trying to help you. So in order for you to reach out to me, please email me. Otherwise, I doesn't know you need help or not. Okay, this is very, very important. So this is the syllabus for this class. So the next thing we'll talk about here is the D2L. So go into my class of D2L, there will be announcement. This announcement is where usually I will post the videos that I recommend you to watch. I will post some new announcement like, you know, MyStatLab, the registration for it. The first week, second week, third week of class, I will tell you what to do and so on. And I would highly recommend if I have some videos from my old Zoom videos, I will highly recommend you to watch it. Again, chapter 1 is what is due on next Wednesday. So I would highly recommend you to go ahead and start doing your chapter 1 homework here. Please watch these videos, 111-213. It is pretty easy. It's mostly definitions and mostly examples. There's not into statistical work yet or no formulas yet until we start chapter 2, where that we will talk more about it. But so this is the first week. And so there are a few things you need to do. First, read my syllabus or watch this video. Second is to register to MyStatLab, which I will show you how to do that. And third is to start chapter 1. Where either you can start reading chapter 1 material or watch the videos. Okay, there are 2 ways so you can do it. So I would highly recommend you to watch these videos, especially the YouTube video that I posted right here, because it will help you. So this is an announcement. So anything happens in this class, like reminder of tests, you know, your test is coming out, so on, is an announcement. The next one is under materials and content. So this is where you will get a copy of my syllabus. Okay, so the syllabus that you see here, you can get a copy of it. Now, unfortunately, this is an online class. So if you did come to my class, I do have a face-to-face class. I did go over the notes here. So when you look at the videos, the Zoom videos that I posted here, I use notes. And where do you get those notes? Those notes actually come from here under in D2L materials and content under notes. These are the notes that we go over in class. So the videos in this case. So the examples and everything are actually from textbook, from your online homework. So it's mostly the stuff that you have problems, you need help with your online homework. It's all in here. All the examples that we did here is coming from there. So this is under notes here, but I do have what I call as an instructor notes. What is the instructor notes? The instructor notes is where the notes is being filled by me, like last semester or last 2 semesters ago. So this is all done by me here. So if you need help with your online homework, I can guarantee you that like question 7, if you did your 1.1 homework, this is something that is a question or 2 regarding with this type of homework. So please, I recommend you to go over this if you need that. This is under instructor notes here. Okay. The videos, the other videos. So if you want to figure out, the videos link that is posted here. So these are chapter 1 video links here. So these are, again, they are mostly from YouTube. So I would highly recommend if you need the videos, I will post these videos, but if you need it, please watch over there. And then the last thing we have here is a review for your tests. I did have those since this is actually from last 2 semesters ago. So I will update this to you guys. So if you guys need to review for your midterms and your final, again, test 1 is your midterm, it is right over here. It does comes with the solution or the keys for this. So I will highly recommend you, if you are close to the midterm or finals, please go under here. But what is most important here, class here, is accessing to MyStatLab, accessing to the online homework. So there are 2 things I add on here. One is how you get your access code. So those students who purchase access code through the bookstore, you will have link it up to D2L, which is here. So in order for you to access this, to get this access code, you just click on here and then click for the access code, and then you will see a material. You click on this material and then you copy the code in here, and this code will be your access code for this class. Okay, and once you finish copy your access code, you go back to your D2L, go under material and content again, and then now you go under MyStatLab and you click on this MyStatLab, which is Pearson MyLab and Mastering here. And then you will go into this MyLab and Mastering, you click on it, and then they will ask you for your Pearson account. So if you do have a Pearson account, do log in with the Pearson account. If you do not have a Pearson account, you just create a new one. And then the next page, they will show you about payment, or where you your access code. So that's where you paste the access code that you got from here, from the first recently to the access code page, and you are ready to go. Okay, so next time when you come back for to do your homework, you just go back to D2L, and then you go to this material, to this MyStatLab, go to this Pearson MyStat and Mastering, and just click on this tab, tab here, or this opening MyLab and Mastering, and it will directly link you to the online homework. So you do not need to go to any web page or website to do it. So this is the best way, and they will remember all your username and password, so you do not need to put in your username and your password in this case. Okay, so those are for those students who purchase the access code through the bookstore. Now those students who do not want to, or doesn't have the option to purchase a access code through the bookstore, you can buy the access code through the website. So how you do it is you just go straight to the My Materials and Content, and you go straight to the MyStatLab with the Pearson MyLab and Mastering here, the same page that I'm showing you. Then you will get this yellow opening MyLab and Mastering. You click on it, and again, for the first time user, they will ask for your Pearson account. So do log in with the Pearson account. If you do not have a Pearson account, you just use your create a new one. And then the next page is where they will have 3 options. One option is that you put in the access code, which is the one that we mentioned early on. The second option is to use your credit card to pay for it. Okay, and then the third option is a 7-day, 2 weeks for free trial. So that is the one that if you guys are still waiting for money and stuff like that, I would recommend you pick the third option, which is 2 weeks for free trials here. Otherwise, out of the 2 weeks, you have to go and pay the access code, either purchasing the access code through the bookstore or by using your credit card. So this is how you register to my MyStatLab here. So if you have any questions regarding this, please let me know. Okay, so D2L here is quite important now. So it's also linked up to your online homework. And the last piece of this D2L here is your grade. So under assessment and grades, so this is what the grade book will be. Again, I'm going to show you the grade book as let me show it to you here. So in your grade book, you will notice that there will be a weight achieved, means this is your weight, your overall score, overall grade in this class. And then there is a percentage of it. It's just a simply deviation times 100%. You get a grade here. These are your midterms, which is 40%. Your online whole is 20%, and your final is 40%. And I do tend to make mistakes in here. So if I make a mistake when I enter your grade, please email me and tell me that, hey, David, online homework 1.1, it should be 100%, but you give me 10. So I do make mistake because sometimes I forgot to put an extra 0. Your 100% become 10%, which is a huge difference. So so please make sure you guys, if I do make a mistake here, please let me know. I do have around hundreds of students this semester, so it's hard for me to keep track on all 100 students. So please keep track on your own grade book here, which is the most important stuff, because otherwise, if you don't tell me, your homework will be 10% instead of 100%. Okay. So this is I will let you guys know when I update your grade book here. So these are the few things that we will do in in D2L. One is the announcement page that you have. 2 is under materials and content. This is a lot of stuff in here. Notes, syllabus, review for your test, the videos, links, the access codes, getting your access code, MyStatLab, which is your online homework piece here. So this is all under materials and content, and then under assessment and grades, that is your grade book. We don't do quizzes in D2L. We don't do assignments in D2L. We don't do self-assessment, attendance, or discussions here. So we don't do a lot of things in D2L. These are the few things we do here. Okay. So this is in D2L. And the next thing we're going to talk about here is your MyStatLab. So I'm going to open up that MyStatLab in this case. Okay. So this is because I already logged into mine. So this is what happens when you are really not the first time. So you relog in everything. So you will get all this done here. So it's ultimately linked to you. So this is what the MyStatLab looks like. On the left margin here, you will see that it's assignment. So this is your online homework here. Again, they are due on Wednesday on midnight. So how do you do your homework here is you just click on it and then you just do the homework. You do not need to print out. You do not take a screenshot or anything, then send an email to me. You do not need to do it because I can see your end here, what you're doing. So please do not spend time printing it out or take a screenshot or take a phone and take pictures of it and then send it to me. I do not need to know. You do not need to do that part. Okay. So when you do your online homework, there are multiple choice questions and they're open-ended questions. So like this kind of question, this is going to be a multiple choice question. I want to point out to you that you can get 100% in all your online homework if you keep on try again. So for example, is let's say I did, you got 3 chances here. So I want to point out also that if you have questions when you do your online homework, you got 3 chances if you answer it incorrectly. So let's say this is wrong. And let's say I'm answer this is also wrong. And let's say I answer one of them. Now this is a 3rd chance already. So a 3rd trial, so it's wrong. So the answer is, they'll tell you A and D. And then then you got another one. Again, you got 3 chances to answer this type of questions. Okay. So this is the 3rd chance here. So again, you get wrong. Now we know that we got the wrong answers in this case because now I want to point out, look at the questions here. Okay, so it says that this is 170,063 responses, 63% say yes. And they say what you describe the survey. Again, the correct answer here is self-selected sampling and it's a voluntary response sampling. And then for part B, the correct answer is B and E. Many people may choose to respond for this survey and response may not be reflected the opinions of the general population. So these are the correct answer here. So when you get this wrong, you will see the try again button. So make sure you click this. They will tell you, to try. You got no points here, and you can tell the questions are exactly the same. However, they switch the order of this ABCD here. So don't say, oh, I know the answer here is B and D, but the computer is smart enough to change the order here. So for this case, it is back to B and D. Usually they do have a random generation here, random generator, that all these things will be randomized again. And then since we got this correct, and then the other one is many people may not respond to the survey and the response, so it's B and D here. So it's a little bit different from the other one. So now we know this is a correct one. So what happened is, you see this is no point, 0 points out of 1. So what happens now is you get the whole full points. Okay. So what I want to tell you here again is that your online homework here can be all 100% until if you do it in the very last minute, which is the due time here. If you start early, you're not procrastinating, you can always go try again until you get the full 100% of the homework here. So this is something I always tell my students is this is a math or stats class. Make sure that if you got something wrong, I want you to try again so that you won't make that mistake again in your test, because these kind of questions might be able to come up in your test, in your midterms or in your finals. So make sure you guys try till you get it right. Okay. So these are the multiple choice questions, as you can tell, the A, B, C, D. Sometimes they have part E on it. So again, you got 2 to 3 chances to answer the questions. And if you get it wrong, make sure you try again. There are questions that are open-ended questions. Open-ended questions will be look something like, oops, I just paused. Something like this. This is called open-ended questions, where you do not have a choice, or you do not have a multiple choice. In this case, that means you have to type down. Now, please do read this requirements or instructions they need. So that means this question, they say that do not round your answer. You see that? So please, like these kind of questions, do not round your answer here. So if you round your answer, then you get it wrong. So sometimes they will tell you round this into 2 decimal places. Then make sure you round to 2 decimal places. If you round into other decimal places, they will mark it wrong. So in other words, is your online homework is quite picky, and they want the instructions tell you to do A, make sure you do A. If the instruction, if you try to do something else other than A, then they will mark your answers wrong. Now, let's say that you're stuck with this question and no one around here to help you with this. So is there any help that is provided in here? The answer is yes. What you do here is you just say view an example. Okay, so what happens to view an example here is they just give you a very similar questions as what the questions provided here, but instead of 188 humans, 53 or survey that say the companies conduct criminal background checks, the question changed here to 571, 63% say. So it's very similar to this question, and part A was exactly the same. What is exactly the exact value of this out of this? Is 53% of 188. So this is the type of questions. It's very similar. So you just hit continue, and they will show you the work here. And so that will be this answer. Then you try your best to do question A, part A. And then here comes part B, and then you can do this, and then part C. So it's kind of like what I can tell you here is they show you how to do these questions. And then at the end, you just try to do this on your own. Now, if you still have any questions, click on the view and examples, and they will show you an example here. Now, let's say you try this question a couple of times or 3 times and you still get it wrong. You don't understand how you get your answers. Then make sure if you say, I want to email me, Mr. David here, to figure out what's going on. So you go get more help here, and then you ask my instructor. And this is where you type in your question here. Say, I tried this. Now, when you ask me how to do this, do not just say why my answer is wrong. And then I will reply back, can you tell me how do you get this wrong answer? I do not know how you get it. So I would recommend you to either, if you have, type it, please check your email. I did send you my work. So what you do is take out your phone, take a picture of your work that you did, which is wrong, and then you email it to me, and then you just say, I did email my work to you for this question. Can you check what's going on? Then I will look at your work, and then I can figure out where you did wrong or what's going wrong here. Otherwise, you just tell me, David, can you tell me what is wrong with my answer here? Why I get my wrong answer? I will reply back is, can you show me your work, or can you tell me what you did? How do you get that answer? So better for you just email your work to me, then I can check your work, which is easier. Or sometimes I just go back to you. All right, something wrong with line 5. Line number 5 is wrong. Can you check what's going on in line? Everything is correct until line 5. As you know that in math, if you start one wrong, the rest of after that is all wrong. You have a domino effects for it. So so I will tell you what where's the wrong part is, so you can pick it up yourself. So this is the homework piece. And if you are done, let's say you do not have to finish all 15, 16 questions here. So if you want to take a break, you just hit save here on top. And that's where the save part will comes in. Okay. So that means before you log on, make sure you know how many answers you get it right and so on. So this has been saved. So when you come back the next time to continue, you just hit resume, or you can continue. You just click on the questions you need. Okay. The reason why I want you guys to use this is the assignments here. The next one is student gradebook. Now this student gradebook is used for review for your test. So let's say that you have a test coming up next week. You want to review chapter 1, and chapter 1 is really due on that time already, because it's due on next week. So how do you review those questions? Is you go back under student gradebook, and there is a review here. So click on the review, and then you will go back to the review, and you can do as many review questions as you want. It won't affect your grades. This is just a review. So make sure you review it if you need help, and especially some questions you get wrong, I will highly recommend you to review it. The next is the StatCrunch. So this StatCrunch is a software that we use here, so that will replace all your formulas. So hit on the StatCrunch website here. Okay, and then open StatCrunch. So this is where it looks very similar like your Excel spreadsheet, but we will be using this quite a lot in this class, especially you just a few clicks to do a graph. And if you want to find the mean, median, mode, you just do a few clicks on here. I will show you how to do this in your chapter 2 and 3 onwards. So starting chapter 2, we will start using this StatCrunch. So it's more user-friendly than any other software, and it's free because you purchase the access code here. Now, sometimes I do ask you guys to use data sets from the textbook, especially during test time. So where you get the data set from the textbook is right over here. So if you click on the data set, this one doesn't let me. Let's do that because it's not for the right one. Another way for us is to go back to StatCrunch and then click on the data sets from your textbook. Okay, so last time I just clicked StatCrunch website, which pop up this website, then you open StatCrunch. But if you do want to have a data set from your textbook, you just click on here, and these are your data sets from your textbook. And in your test, I will tell you, I want you guys to go and open body data, first data set. So you click on the body data here, and all the stuff is being imported here. So you do not need to type anything else. And then I say, I want you guys to find the mean dystolic for this case. Okay, so how do you find the mean? It's very easy. You open your data file here, you go under stat, you go under summary stats, columns, and then we are talking about the dystolic here, and you hit compute. And here is the mean, and here is the standard deviation, here's the median. So all this will pop up. You do not need to take out a calculator and start adding all these numbers up and then divided by how many we have here. Oh my God, that is around 200, 300. How many numbers in there? You can tell that is a lot. That is 300. That's is faster in this case. That is 300 data sets here. So there's no way, I will tell you, there's no way you can, I mean, you can do it, but it's just a lot of work. And for us, we're using StatCrunch to do this work. So that's the reason why that if I, especially this, you'll see this during the test, I say I want you guys to use a data set from your textbook. So make sure you hit on the StatCrunch, hit the data set from your textbook here, and then you will see the data set here, and then I will tell you which one you pick. And then after you pick, I will also tell you which variables you pick here. Is that the dystolic? Is that the rate cell? Is that the weight, the height? It can be one or two of those. So that is something that we'll be using. So that is under StatCrunch that we have here. Okay. The e-text is the ebook that we'll be using. So how do we do it? Is click on the e-text, go to the chapter 1 here, and if you want to start with section 1.1, and then you click on it, and you will get the view e-text here. So click on the view e-text, you will get ebook pop up here. If you do have any problems or you cannot access to this ebook, please let me know. This is one way to access the ebook here. Okay, so this is the ebook here, so you can read, or so this is how we access the ebook. So these are all the goodies of StatCrunch here, MyStatLab. So again, assignment is where you do your homework. Gradebook is where you want to do a review section. Again, your real gradebook is not in here. Your real gradebook is in D2L. StatCrunch is a website that we use. So the only way that we can access StatCrunch is through this website, MyStatLab. And data sets from your textbook is sometimes I will call you to use it. StatCrunch website is where you use the StatCrunch website. And then the e-text is where your ebook comes in. Okay. The rest of them is pretty much, I mean, you can use it, but mostly these are the few important features we'll be using for MyStatLab here. Okay. So that is the end for today's syllabus and going over D2L and MyStatLab here. So if you do have any questions for me regarding with this, please let me know. You do have a few homeworks you have to do for this week. 1, you have to register to the MyStatLab, and 2, you have to start working on chapter 1 homework. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. If you have any questions regarding with this, regarding anything that you have, please email me. Again, read your syllabus also. Have a good one.